Morning, Rand.
Morning. These are early.
This is an early session of Brothers Radio. Welcome back, folks.
We need a nice little intro. Well, I guess the YouTube does, but
Well, what's the intro then? Let's hash that out. What do you think's a good intro?
well, I like a little guitar.
Okay.
I haven't really put much thought into it.
All right.
I see you have called me out, and yep, it's not going well.
The gears they're starting to move, but it'll take another 15 minutes for sure.
These morning shows are just an accurate representation of our last brain cells just trying to communicate.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Yeah, some mornings are pretty good.
It's pretty good. So, let's talk about this greenhouse that's being built near Acme.
Yeah, for all you local people, local to the Acme Linden area, there's a massive greenhouse being built just on the north side of the town of Acme.
Anyone within
Big
a 5
motherfucker. Big.
Anyone within a 5-kilometer radius of that fucking thing knows it exists. Anyone who has seen the fucking hellfire pit open up in the middle of the night and wonder why there's a fucking beam of light going into the sky, yeah, that's the greenhouse.
Yeah.
Don't worry, nothing's on fire. Yeah, allegedly they're going to put a shutter system on there, but that's probably going to be one of the last things they do.
Yeah.
Because
Well, it
they're
shouldn't.
lazy.
Because one night I did notice, I was like, man, the light's not as bad as it has been. Well, I think on
Some nights those growing lights are off, it looks like. They have some kind of a cycle.
Oh, yeah, probably. But, yeah, apparently these shades and everything work very well, so. I think at the end of construction we'll see how bad the pollution is, the light pollution.
Yeah, I hope they put those fucking shades on, because otherwise I'll lose it. I'll start a petition.
Yeah, I like my stars and constellations.
Yeah,
I like looking.
Well, I really appreciate it when I don't see the gates of hell opening up to the south.
The gates of Acme.
You can see the beam of light all the way from like south of Crossfield.
Yeah, Josh could see it at the Crossfield overpass.
Yep. It's insane.
I mean, the conditions have to be right. Overcast makes it way worse.
Oh yeah.
Just lights those clouds
even when
up.
it's not, like, even if it's just sort of your regular dust in the air, you can still see it.
Yeah. No, it's not great. We can see it from my place here, and I'm about 7 miles, 8 miles.
Yeah,
It's pretty.
it's aggressive.
When they first fired it up, I was like, "What the fuck is that?" I thought for sure it was
Second coming.
Yeah, the time is nigh.
The second coming.
The third coming.
Then after the third coming comes 11, and then the fourth coming.
Fourth coming just hurts.
Yeah, that's just dust.
So just instantly goes into talking about jerking off. At least, I mean, I started it, but
Great job. We were on such a good roll.
doing so good.
Yeah. How big was the gas line that got piped into that place?
I believe it was a 4-inch steel line.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was quite impressive.
That's a pretty big gas line. And it has its own water line coming all the way from Drumheller. That's like a foot wide.
No. Right now, I mean, I don't know how they're going to get all their water for the entire project, because it's supposed to be, 120 acres?
Something like that.
When all 3 phases are done. But this first phase, I don't know how many acres. I thought around 40. It's all well water.
Oh. Well, that's good.
So they have that huge tank on the west side of it.
Yeah.
You want some more coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That huge water tank there.
So there's just a couple wells that fill that up.
Oh, that's good. I'm sure that'll, pulling millions and millions of gallons of water out of the aquifers isn't gonna fuck something up.
Well, fuck. We have allegedly on hot days. So the town of Acme used to run on all wells before they had the river water piped in.
Yeah.
And on a hot day, Corova, the big feedlot west of Acme, when all those cows are drinking on the hot part of the day, the pressure would drop in Acme. So to have a big fucking greenhouse there, I mean, it doesn't matter anymore because
Acme's on the main system.
it's on a whole different system
but
now.
people like us who are still on wells, people around here in the countryside who are still on wells,
Yeah.
it could fuck with stuff.
Well, it's going to be a fight between Corova and that greenhouse now.
Right.
Who can get the most water?
Right, and then caught in between is a little guy with his 10 gallon a minute
Yeah.
little well.
Yeah.
He's caught in the middle. He's gonna get fucked.
So, yep. Somebody was talking about like they need to get going on putting in a big water line from the river from Drumheller.
Yeah,
Because if they don't, they're gonna get caught with their pants down. They better get going on that shit now.
yeah. Because some environmentalist group would come in there and
Well, not so much environmentalists, but the paperwork for your road crossings, your agreements to get across people's land, like all the fucking paperwork.
mean
The
get
digging's
the ball
the easy
rolling
part.
now,
Yeah,
so that they can actually get it done in a reasonable amount of time.
exactly. Yeah.
See what you mean? No, I just have a feeling that if they're running on well water, sucking that much water out of the ground, like there is possibility of like having some sort of environmental issue.
Yeah,
There's lots of places in Texas, like lots of feedlots down there where they've pretty much exhausted aquifers because we'll just drill wells and suck water out of the ground, and then they completely drain the fucking ground.
Well, here we have the government of Alberta has a well licensing department of some sort. So they come out, they test wells, then they restrict how many gallons a minute your well will produce. So you can only pump out a certain amount of gallons a minute, and
Right.
so you're not just sucking the thing dry as fast as you can. To me, I don't know if it really seems that sustainable to be pulling water out of the ground like that. But
Yeah.
I don't know, the feedlots around like Corova there, it's been pulling water out of the ground for 30 years.
That's true.
And they got a well they got some pretty big wells over there. They got a 50 gallon a minute well. It's just been humming away for 30 years.
Yeah. Huh.
That's a fuckload of water.
That is a fuckload of water. Interesting.
Yep.
But
It's a big game that keeping everything watered, especially out here. We just don't have enough water. Don't have any big creeks, no rivers. Like
No.
the creek pretty much went dry this year.
yeah, the creek crossing was dry. Yeah.
And there's guys that pump water out of the creek too, so I'm sure that didn't help.
Yeah, well, guys who have land down this valley, they typically they'll just have their cows be watered by the creek itself.
Yep.
So the cows can just go down there and get a drink. Well, what then when the fucking creek's dry? Got to haul water down the fucking
Gotta
riverbank.
sell cows.
Or got to sell cows or
I mean,
something.
This year wasn't too bad for cattle sales. But yeah, you can't feed through a drought. I learned that from a local rancher.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, is that kind of like how you starve a cold, feed a fever, or however the fuck that goes?
It could
Feed a fever, starve a cold. It's kind of like that.
Yeah, which one?
I don't know.
I have heard that. I don't know.
It sounds like an old person's wisdom. It's one of those things.
Yeah, you ever heard of Motrin?
Yeah.
No, I meant the old person.
Oh.
Take
I was hoping there was
little
like a Joe Mama in there somewhere. You ever heard of Motrin? And Motrin is fucking dick. I don't know. I was trying to think of the possibilities on that one. It's not great.
Cold FX.
Yeah, I don't take fucking cold pills. Just fight through it.
Yeah,
So I got an immune system. It does the job for me.
that's right. Most of the time, I have taken a little NyQuil. I'm a liquid guy. Little chicken noodle soup is the cure-all for a good cold. But I haven't had a cold for 2 years.
Yeah, I haven't been really sick since like a month before the pandemic started. And since the pandemic, I haven't been sick once.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not true. I had a mild sinus infection while I was in Quebec because I sucked a whole bunch of dirt up my schnoz, and and it got a little gross up there
Yeah.
because we were out in the field and it was real damp. Everything in that forest was either just growing, like just sprouting, or completely rotting. It was a very, very, very wet forest.
Yeah.
And I probably breathed in some kind of mold or something and it fucked up my sinuses. Then 2 days later, I was good to go. And I haven't been, that's like the only thing I've had this entire, 2 years.
Yep. Yep. But I remember that cold I had in January. January of 2020. It was by far the worst cold I've ever had.
Yep. Yeah, I came home with some in middle of December. December 18th is when I noticed I was sick. That was 2019. Came home and I was like nearly bedridden for a week. And I was like, what the fuck? That was one hell of a flu.
Yeah.
And then turns out that the coronavirus was originally released in Wuhan sometime in November. It makes a guy wonder. I imagine.
Well, it's very obvious that it was out and about spreading
Especially
before March of 2020.
Oh, yeah. It was, the Chinese government fucking completely lied. They tried keeping everything under wraps or whatever. So I have no doubt that it spread far and wide before
It had
the
5
World
months.
Health Organization even knew.
Yeah. Well, I think the first wave hit Canada and did its thing well before we even locked down.
Yeah.
I think you and I were, this is all just a theory. I wish I knew, but I think you and I were in the first wave of the pandemic in January.
Yeah.
Well before we ever locked down.
Yeah.
That's why if anybody's always wondering, why aren't the numbers higher? Why aren't people, huge amounts of people sick? Like when we first locked down, it's like, or even those first few months, we never really knew of people that had it. We're like, what the fuck? Why isn't anybody sick?
Yeah, it's always like someone's neighbor's dog has it. And that sort of thing. But it's not like no one's entire family would get it.
Exactly.
It's pretty rare.
It seems so weird that we didn't know anybody that had it for 6 months. It took a long time. It's like, that's so fucking weird. Yet we were all so brutal sick in January. I was like, no, that's got to be it. Has to be it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I have no doubt in my mind that the Chinese government has told nothing but lies to the World Health Organization.
Oh, 100%.
So by the time they got tipped off, I'm sure it fucking spread from here to Amsterdam, here to Timbuktu.
That's China's second biggest export.
Disease.
First is
Chinese people.
Fidget spinners. Oh, I guess the third. Yeah, go fidget spinners, Chinese people, and lies.
I was going to say disease.
Oh, yeah, disease too.
That's actually the case, is that China has allegedly produced most of the world's ailments because, of course, they'll eat anything. They'll often live in very close quarters with almost any animal, multiple animals all in one area, like these wet markets, for instance, that they talk about. So, diseases just jump from different animal to different animal until eventually it jumps to a human. But they figure smallpox probably started in China, maybe the Middle East. However millions of years ago.
Yeah,
3,000 years ago or something. Spanish flu either was alleged to come from China, or perhaps there was one place in Kansas it may have started.
Hey, what was you had told me the reason why it was called the Spanish flu? Why was that again?
Well, the disease started spreading in 1917.
Right.
During that time, World War I was being fought. there was this disease just spreading through the front lines like crazy, like mad. And the Allied powers, even the Central powers, were not going to let reporters report on this disease because that would be morale breaking. That would be the end of the war. If all of a sudden you learned that, 1 out of every 10 soldiers is now dying of the Spanish flu, that's like, there you go. You've lost. 4 years for nothing.
Yeah.
So they cracked down heavily. They censored the fuck out of anything to do with, is there a new disease going on? What? Any sort of inquiry into that was just shut down.
Yeah.
The Spanish, however, were not in World War One. It had spread down to Spain through France and started spreading from person to person. And the Spanish eventually caught on as to like what the hell's going on here. Like there's this new flu and it spreads like wildfire and it kills mostly young people.
Yeah.
And so their newspapers started writing about it. And that's why we call it the Spanish flu, because they were the first people to write about it.
Yeah, the first people to report about it.
Yeah.
And be open about it. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why it's called the Spanish flu. Really, it should be called the Wichita flu or something.
The Hutchinson.
God.
Damn, this coffee's good.
Yeah, I'm like a cup of Joe.
So you're heading to the big city this weekend, go?
I am going to Calgary. Gonna hang out with my girlfriend.
Good. Doing a little shopping. You done your Christmas shopping?
Christmas shopping in the bag. Well, there's a couple little things I want to get, but
yeah, I've been thinking about.
But everyone has something. All my loved ones have something.
Good.
But I like buying little doodads, so I might just like if I see a knick-knack, I'll buy it. Yep. If I see a knick-knack, I'll paddywhack and give the dog a bone.
Exactly.
Am I right?
Yeah. What did I get you again? Let me think about that. Oh yeah. No, I'm excited to give you your gift.
I wonder what it is. You should tell me.
No.
Why not?
Can't. Ruin the surprise.
Is it something to do with cooking?
Yes.
Cool.
It's a butt plug.
What's that got to do with cooking?
Well, you wear it while you cook.
You're a fucking idiot. I hate you.
No, you don't.
You're a dumbass. You're tacky and I hate you.
See me after class.
No, that Wikipedia roulette we did the other episode. That was pretty fun, eh?
Yeah, I sure liked it.
All right, let's try it again. Let's click on a couple of things here. Well, here, what's on the front page?
Wiki.
What's going on here? Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that's literally just there's a Wikipedia article on what a wiki is. That's too much. In the news, Sayosi Sovaleni has been elected the Tongan president, prime minister.
Where exactly is Tonga? Because I worked with a guy from Tonga.
It's in the middle of the Pacific Ocean somewhere.
Okay, that's what I thought. He was an island boy.
And I see, what does that mean? Island boy.
Well, island boys are these pair of weird-haired, skinny white boys that make music. They're in the mumble rap game, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, God.
Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. You should search up Island Boys Gump. They look. Oh, you're gonna fucking laugh. Sorry, carry on.
Shit! A fuel tanker truck explodes in Haiti, killing 75 people. Oh, the Blue Bombers won the Grey Cup. That's pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
Who died recently? Speedy Duncan. No, who the fuck is Speedy Duncan? That guy, a fella named Jethro. All right. We're going to search up the Island Boys.
Island Boys.
Yeah. Oh, what the fuck?
Well, that's Logan Paul.
No. I'm clearly aware of who that is.
Oh,
Look at the fucking Mongolian maniacs next to him. Look at these fucking guys.
No, Mongolian Q-tips.
Fucking... Because I'm an island boy, been trying to Oh, I'm an island boy. Hey, I'm just an island boy. I'm just an island boy. I'ma keep that gun. I just be staring at the sun.
Come, that's it. You've got it.
Nummies all food gazing. I'm like the pool where I'm staying. What the fuck does that even mean?
I have no idea.
Like, you want to be famous? I'm trying to be outdoor gators. I'm going to be floater boy and get a real down tropical. I'm an island boy. I put my vests on. Yeah, like a wug woman trying to make it to the top. I'm an island boy. Been trying to make it. Hey, sitting with the gang slang. You just ain't saying no cane. Through the storm, through the rain, because we try home like a lime. That doesn't fucking rhyme.
I can't get over that one lyric, though. What was it? Nummies, I'll fool gaze, and I'm the pool where I'm staying.
What the fuck does it even mean?
I'm going to get that tattooed on my forearm.
The hell is nummies?
Gang.
These guys look like... These fellas, I'll be honest, they look like they sacrificed children to the god. Some Aztec god. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Dommy Mommy, yeah.
Look at the tattoos just covering their whole body. This guy's got a fucking eagle right in the middle of his forehead, so he's got a permanent unibrow going on.
Oh, yeah, that's cringe. Yeah, that's the island boys for you, Gump.
Yeah, I hope their island gets hit by a tsunami. Fucking weirdos. Anyway, we're gonna hit the random article button on Wikipedia now.
But yeah,
and if it pulls up Island Boys, I'm gonna lose it.
But yeah, worked with this guy from Tonga at Sweetgrass.
Okay.
Oh shoot, what was his name? He was David.
Oh,
it's just like the whitest name possible.
it's a Christian name. That's why.
Oh yeah, but he was strange. He was a good dude, good worker, but strange and a super low voice, like, "Hello, Aubrey."
Do you know the way?
Yeah, almost like that. Yeah, just super low. And this big guffawing loud, "Ha, ha, ha. What can I say except you're welcome?" Exactly.
Did he kind of look like that guy from Moana?
Yeah, a little bit.
Did he built kind of like that?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. He wasn't quite as cartoonish, but definitely like big shoulders, big hands, like these big fucking hands.
Yeah.
Twice the size of mine. Yeah, he was quite the dude.
Polynesians are cool.
He liked to call me chicken fucker for some reason.
Well, maybe it's because you like fucking chickens.
Could be.
You gotta stop doing that at work.
There is no chicken scope. I just don't think he liked me. Oh, hell yeah. Some destroyers in the morning? Now this is sweet.
I've hit the random button, and the first article to come about is the Banshee-class destroyer, which was a Royal Navy ship that did some stuff.
Was it any good?
I don't know. It's a very short article.
53 officers and men. Oh, so it's not a massive boat, but...
Huh. All right. Cool. Next one.
Imagine being in 1911 and just floating in the ocean in one of those fucking things.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Oh, it wouldn't be that bad.
Well, I guess, but it wouldn't be great.
They had the heating and water and food. It was better than fucking going back another 100 years prior to that, sitting in a wooden ship.
Yeah, that's true.
Getting your cock bit off by a rat who subsists mostly on bilge.
What'd they have for motors in those things? Diesels?
In the, like a early destroyer or a dreadnought?
Yeah.
In the early dreadnoughts, it was actually a coal-powered turbine system.
Mm.
So they would powderize coal, throw it into this burning chamber, and then that would heat up steam, and the steam would go through a turbine. And it was the most efficient system that had ever existed for a coal-powered engine until the introduction of like massive diesel engines.
Mm. Interesting.
But yeah, in those days it was still coal. Like the Titanic, for instance, that was still coal.
Yeah. Well, they had huge boilers and
Yeah.
everything was run off steam. I guess they needed an efficient source of power because they had so many lights.
Yeah.
Electricity, a demand for electricity. Where you could probably get away with a little less lights and chandeliers in your destroyers.
Yeah. You just need fucking chandeliers or a swimming pool or a hot tub in your
Exactly.
destroyer.
Yeah.
You're just out there trying to kill Germans.
Yeah. You just need about 6 lights and one big light to run the... Because you could talk between ships, couldn't you? Like with Morse code. I know they had radios.
With a shuttered light, yeah.
Yeah.
That was standard. That was standard communication between ships for a long, long time.
Oh,
They still teach it, just in case, on the off chance that your radio systems don't work.
Yeah.
If you get hit and your all communication systems are broken, your last means of communications is through flags and through signaling with a light.
Yeah.
So,
Did you learn any Morse code?
no,
None at all?
no. I was not a communications specialist.
Oh, okay. That would have been for the communication.
And I never
guys.
got that far anyway.
Oh, okay. It's outdated.
Yeah.
Hit me up on Snapchat. All right. Who do we got here? A doctor?
I'd read it. Can you read, my son?
Well, that depends. Can you go fuck yourself?
Sure can. Can you read, though?
Yeah. I don't want to read.
All right.
All right. Who the fuck is Charles Seltman?
I don't know. English art historian, writer particularly in the area of numismatics.
What the fuck is...
The study or collection of currency, coins, tokens, paper money, medals, and related objects. This dude's just a coin collector. All right. Random article.
Here we
Rolling. Ma Tsuk Lang is an area in Hong Kong.
go. Oh, it's a village.
2 ancestral halls of the Sang were built in Ma Tsuk Lang Shung. One of them was built in the 19th century. It was rebuilt in 1929, renovated in 51. The other one collapsed before the Japanese occupation of Hong Kong. Oh. All right. Well, little village there in China. Kind of cute. All right.
That house looked pretty shitty.
Yeah, it's China. They all look like that. That cost a guy $3 million. Arjit Bagui is an Indian footballer who currently plays as defender for Srinidhi Deccan Football Club in the Indian League. Good for him. He's 28 years old, plays football.
And has a Wikipedia page. Nice.
Not a picture, though. He's not good enough to have a picture on his Wikipedia page. All right, clicking. Paula Bzura is a Polish short track speed skater. Oh, good for Paula.
Polish. Oh, yeah. Yep.
All right, cool. Let's get something cool. Come on, Holocaust. Windsor High School, Missouri. Imperial, Missouri.
All right, see if there's a school shooting here.
Notable alumni, Nikki Ziegelmeyer, short track speed skater. What's this all about short track speed skaters?
I don't know.
Is that the theme today?
That is the theme. Shout out to all the speed skaters. Oh, I know a speed skater. Well, I don't. I'm associated with one. Haven't met him yet. Apparently he's good.
There's a village in Persia, Bagak in Kash. Is a village in rural district of Kash County in Baluchistan, part of Iran. Population was 219 people in 54 families. I was hoping to say that said like 3 families. Well, isn't that fascinating? Cool. Random article. Anania delicatalis is a moth. Cool. Now we got moths. Come on, where's the stuff about genocide and exciting stuff? Disasters. That's what I like.
Wikipedia. Come on.
List of canal engineers.
Which canal?
Any canal.
Ah.
Yu the Great, the first dynasty of China, founder of the first dynasty who dedicated his life establishing flood control structures across the Chinese hegemony, including canals, which some of them they still use, actually. Huh. I remember reading about the canal systems. They dug canals between the Yellow and Yangtze rivers so that they would kind of connect.
Yeah.
So that they could send trade up, north and south. And some of those they've been expanded upon, but it's the same canals that have existed for like 3,000 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Zeman Bao and Li Bing. Cool.
Oh, we got some French guys.
Oh, we got a Hungarian. Are you kidding? It's Van Tour.
Well, that one French guy started with The Suez Canal?
Yeah, he failed, but
Oh,
Ferdinand de
Suez had failed
Lesseps.
attempt at the canal. No, he...
Yeah.
Oh, okay, failed.
in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Suez. It's the Suez Canal. Failed the first Suez Canal. The Corinth Canal, which has never made money for anyone.
Gulf of Corinth. Oh, damn, that thing's narrow.
Yeah, that's why it doesn't work. It's very narrow, and the walls of it's all very high because it's like limestone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they've never made money because who the fuck wants to be anywhere near Greece?
Well, and how the fuck are you supposed to get any decent sized ship down there? You can send a couple canoes.
Yeah, you can doggy paddle down it. That's about it. United Kingdom. Now that's a list of canal diggers right there.
Yeah, look at those ditch diggers.
Mr. James Brindley, James Dadford,
Look at
John
that.
Dadford,
Right
Thomas
there, about
Thomas Dadford Jr.,
fourth from the bottom, it says Thomas Shesby.
Shesby, John Smeaton. Wow. These motherfuckers building shit.
Look at those canal diggers.
Josiah Jessup and William Jessup, Benjamin Outram, John Rennie the Elder. United States, there's a couple fellas. James Geeds, who dug the Ohio and Erie Canal. John B. Jervis, the Delaware and Hudson Canal.
All English, of course.
No, these are United States.
Yeah, I know, but...
Naomi Baldwin, Middlesex Canal to Boston. What else? What else we got here? Got a canal diggers. This is endlessly entertaining, isn't it, folks? Orrin Belzer was a prominent Nebraskan sports figure. His nickname was Buck and also went by OA. First name also has been listed as Owen. He's trying to go as OA because OJ, I'm sure. Oh, no, this guy's way before OJ.
Yeah,
Never mind.
This guy's before the juice.
Mr. Juice. All right, clicking again. Walker family.
The Walker family.
Came to prominence via its progenitor, T.B. Walker, a highly successful American business person who acquired timber in Minnesota and California, and built one of the largest forest products corporations in the nation. Cool.
During what time? Go down. I just seen the date there.
He was born in 1840.
Oh.
And, yeah.
So did he own pulp mills?
Forestry, timber. What do you think? Lumber mills, pulp mills, everything.
Everything, yeah. Interesting.
Thomas Cannon of Gray's Inn was an English author of the 18th century. Wrote what might be the earliest published defense of homosexuality in English. Interesting. Was he himself gay?
No, he went to prison for failing to pay debts. Doesn't say. I don't think he was gay, but he's just fighting for the gays.
British gay writers. All right, now let's click.
Good for
Aerial
him.
Delivery Research and Development Establishment. The ADRD is it's a terrible acronym, India.
The ADRDE.
As a laboratory of the Indian Defense Research and Development Organization, the DRDO, is located in Agra, Uttar Pradesh in India, and they do stuff. Cool. Come on, Holocaust. I'm waiting.
Next. Again.
Another village in Iran. Well, at least it's not villages in fucking Poland this
Yeah,
time.
last
I can
time it
actually
was just-
kind of read the names.
Last time
Dea
it-
Saria. Last
Wait.
time, it's like just you bashing your head against the keyboard, and there you go. That's the name of the town.
Tired of reading about Polish churches. Next.
How do they name Polish children?
How?
Well, they stick a fork in the socket and write down whatever the guy says.
I didn't know they had power.
Well, they've had power since probably 1998. Can you pour me up another coffee there, brother? I'm jonesing for a cup.
I could use a little too. No top up.
I'm going to do a speed round here. I'm just going to keep clicking until I come across something awesome.
All right.
Oh, there's a place in Kenya. That's neat. Okay, moving on. Bovine.
Is a surname in Russian?
Alexander Bovin. Oh yeah, he was a that guy.
Bovin is a surname in Russia. It is given to males, while its female counterpart is bovina.
Wow.
There you go.
That's about the closest one we got to the Holocaust, honestly. You're really saying something. Don Juan is a Bollywood film. Okay, cool. Moving on. Ash Point, Antarctica. Oh, okay. This is all right. Ash Point is a rounded, low-ice-free point forming the southeast side of the entrance to Discovery Bay, northeast of Greenwich Island. I guess it's Greenwich.
It's a low ice-free. Oh, so it's an actual rock formation. Like
Yeah,
it
it's
ain't
an
just ice.
island,
Nice.
dude.
Nice.
There's like Antarctica is like an actual continent, eh?
Well, yeah. But how much of it is ice?
Well, it has ice on top, but it's an actual continent. Like there's mountains.
Oh, yeah.
There's mountains there. I believe the tallest one is called Mount Erebus or something. It's not very tall though. Kenny Harlock, New Zealand. All right, cool, good for you.
Speed round. Here we go.
Roxy Atkins, Canadian. Fuck you. Moving on. Pulavan is a scheduled caste group in Kerala. Oh, cool. Now we're talking about Indian castes. Nice. Okay, moving on. A river in the Amazon. Okay, moving on. Aaron Rossi, American drummer.
Who do you play for?
A band called Prong. All right.
John is probably listening like, oh, fuck yeah, Prong. Yeah, I have no idea who Prong is.
Yeah, I'm not interested. FC Freenbach. Yeah, don't care. Moving on. The molecular formula C8H18N2O4S may refer to Burgess Regent or Heppies. Oh fuck! I hate organic chemistry. It's the worst. I like how they just give you the fucking formula of some random element or some random molecule.
Yeah.
Like the fuck I know what that is.
What am I going to do with this? Oh, that's a cute little church.
Oh, we got a little town here in what do they call that place? Australia, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What do they call that prison again? Folsom? What if they just called Australia Folsom? The entire place.
You ever seen the map of countries that haven't lost wars?
Mm.
And then I seen it in Australia was like in the category of not lost a war. I'm like, are you sure about that?
Well, it wasn't an official war between them and the ostriches or whatever the fuck they fought.
Emus.
The emus. It wasn't an official war. There was no signing of a document.
Yeah, that's right. The emus didn't record.
Yeah. It's a very one-sided war. Stephen Chamely, fella from Amsterdam, studies heart disease. Cool, good. Lucio Magri is an Italian journalist and politician. He was born in Ferrara, Emilia-Romagna, one of the most left-wing regions of Italy, but grew up in a strongly Catholic Bergamo. Yep, in the strongly Catholic Bergamo, Lombardy.
That is an awfully Italian-looking man. Look at his hair. He is beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know. He's beautiful.
1976. He is just, when I think of a 1970s Italian man, I mean, that's him.
Yeah, this guy's he's a communist.
Well, didn't you see the...
Co-founder of the Proletarian Unity Party for Communism.
Yeah, that's a communist party, all right.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Louis Kneep.
Kneep.
Was an American gymnast and competed in 3 events in the 1904 Summer Olympics.
Where was the 1904 Summer Olympics?
St. Louis. That was the most legendary Olympics of all time. Have you ever read the antics that went on there?
No.
Dude, shit's fucking tight. Is there a list of all the fucking stuff that went bad there? Anyway, I have a list in my head of things that happened.
Like,
There was a marathon.
Yeah.
Right?
like was there some cheating going on or something?
Well, just listen. So, on the day of the marathon, it was like 35 degrees and dusty as fuck. Like, that area of Missouri was going through a bit of a drought, so everything was dusty. The people running the marathons were on this, like, dirt road, and then right beside them were, like, cars with observers in it,
Yep.
just driving right by them, kicking up dust. Apparently, like half of the fucking racers just straight up quit because they couldn't breathe. They're breathing in so much dust. Someone actually had to be taken to hospital because he started hemorrhaging inside his lungs.
Jesus.
But anyway, there's a series of very interesting people who competed in that event. There was this one guy from Cuba who raised a bunch of money to go to the Olympics and represent his country.
Yeah.
And so he crossed the Gulf of Mexico, landed in New Orleans, proceeded to gamble all the money away. So he had to hitchhike his way up to Missouri.
Oh, jeez. Made it to Missouri, though?
Made it to Missouri, made it to St. Louis just. Had no, like, athletic gear or wear or anything. He's just wearing his regular old fucking dress shoes, and he took his slacks and just cut the knees off, like cut them off at the knees. So now he had shorts.
So you get to run this race?
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
So he finished fourth.
Nice.
This is pretty good for a guy wearing fucking dress shoes.
Yeah.
There was one guy who dropped out like really early on, like after 10 miles or something like that, like not even halfway through. And he got a ride in a car, right? He's like, I got to get back to the stadium. So he gets in the car and they drive off to the stadium. Well, the car gets a flat about another 10 miles down the road. So now he's about 20 miles into the marathon. He's like, well, I guess I'll keep going. So he just cheated 10 miles out of the marathon. Starts running towards the stadium. He comes in there and the applause and the cheers. Everyone thinks he's won.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, why is this guy so far ahead of everyone else? Everyone's cheering, whatever. They almost gave him the gold medal. Actually, I think they did, and then found out. Yes, Teddy Roosevelt's daughter gave him the medal, like put it around his neck, and then they found out, like not 10 minutes later, that he totally fucking cheated. So they took it away from him.
Give me that fucking gold.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
And then there was one guy from New York or something, I can't remember, who they had on a mixture of, well, he was running and he was started to pass out. So his he had like a team of physicians, or maybe they were just his drunk friends, I don't know.
Yeah.
Gave him a mixture of brandy, strychnine, and egg yolk, or no, egg white, and they mixed it up and then gave that to him. Well, what happens with strychnine, in low doses, strychnine actually acts as a stimulant.
Right.
So it's much similar to like methamphetamine.
Well, is it a coagulant as well? Like,
well, yeah, in large doses, but in small doses, it acts on the human brain as a stimulant.
Oh,
so they gave this to him, and he finished the fucking race. Well, just about. He got about an eighth of a mile away from the finish line, and all of his body parts just freezed up. So his buddies grabbed him by the legs. He was stiff, like a board, and just ran him past the finish line. Yeah, he was promptly okay afterwards. They rushed him to the hospital though. That fucking strychnine poisoning.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, scroll down on this page here a little bit. 1904 Summer Olympics. Highlights: boxing, dumbbells, freestyle wrestling. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, there was there was like some tribesmen from South Africa who attended that marathon too.
Oh yeah.
And as they're running, I guess them Missourian dogs, they don't really take to black folks running. So some wild fucking dog, like a pack of wild dogs, came out of nowhere and started chasing runners.
Oh, I'm sure.
And it started chasing these tribesmen, and so they couldn't finish because they got ran like miles off the track.
Jesus.
Like way off the track because they're trying to not fucking die.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, this is the World Olympics, but almost all the athletes came from the United States. So
yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, you can see it. Yeah, we got France, England. Oh, South Africa's in there too.
Yeah, that's where those tribesmen came from.
Oh yeah, but yeah, like fucking 90% of the world wasn't at the Olympics. I guess it was 1904 for fuck's sakes. How many countries are in the Olympics now? Almost all of them, aren't they?
Yeah.
Not North Korea, I guess, but
no, that's all right. We don't want them there anyway. Interesting. Oh, surprise. America won 78 gold medals.
God damn it. Canada got beat by
Hey.
Cuba?
Yeah.
That's horse shit.
Neat. Anyway.
The only thing we seem to be good at is the Winter Olympics.
Yeah, we often get beat by the Finnish and the Russians.
That's true.
We're not very good at sports.
It's good to see that America's not doing good in things.
Yeah.
It's very warming, very heartwarming.
Like their math skills. They suck at that.
or their,
Although I think we're narrowly beating them.
or their world geography.
Yeah, they don't. They're fucking stupid.
No, I think on average, I think Canadians would have better math skills than Americans. Just because,
On average, yeah.
how many people do you know that haven't finished high school now?
No one.
Yeah, like everybody gets their high school.
Yeah.
So you can't.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that we're
Yeah.
smarter. It means that we've lowered our standards so that everyone can get through.
It could be, but some of it's got to stick.
So maybe.
I don't think
Do
we're
you,
all-
do you know any of the algebra? You remember how to do algebra?
a little bit.
Parabolas and shit?
Yeah,
Like maybe you never did parabolas.
I can figure out the hypotenuse.
What the hell's a sine wave? You know what a sine wave is?
No.
All right, there you go.
Do you know what a sine wave is?
Yes.
What's a sine wave?
Sine wave is it's when you graph a wave with its origin starting at 0, 0, and it's a relationship. It's the sine function of a triangle. And when you graph it, it turns into a wave.
Oh, okay.
There's sine waves and cosine waves.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need that. That's probably why I don't
That's
remember.
actually very useful, I think. I couldn't tell you why.
Well, I'm sure it is very useful, but not to me.
Well, you never know.
You're right.
That was something I was thinking about the other day, but people were like, why don't they just teach us? Man, they really don't teach us anything in school. They should teach us how to think, not just memorize a bunch of facts.
Don't even get me started on that. Like,
I'm sorry. Memorizing facts is how you learn to think for yourself. You cannot teach someone to think for themselves.
Yeah.
All you can do is just add to their database until eventually their curiosity is piqued and they notice some sort of correlation between all of the data that they've taken in.
exactly.
That's how. There's no way to teach someone how to think. There's only teaching people what to think. So you wonder why school is so these curriculums are so propagandistic lately. That's why.
Yeah.
They're like, oh well, they want us to teach them how to think, so we're going to teach them a bunch of different, political viewpoints essentially in class. No. Just teach them the fucking run through Shakespeare, run through a bunch of different stories and stuff. Run through actual history points,
Give them
dates,
facts so they can
so then they can
create their own opinion.
so then they can use that to find some sort of relationship between each fact. That's how you teach people. What is knowing the capital of Guatemala? What does that matter? I don't know, but maybe it matters 5 years from now when you fucking go to Guatemala or some shit. Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, they never taught me how to pay my taxes. Good. Don't pay your taxes. Fuck the man.
Yep.
How am I supposed to live in a country? Oh, I know the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, but don't know how to finance a car. Well, maybe
Yeah.
you should learn that on your own.
Yeah. Take my advice. Don't. Don't finance a car.
You just finance a truck though.
Yeah, so.
Oh, finance a truck. Just don't finance a car.
No, if you're curious if you can afford a vehicle, don't buy one.
Finance it?
Or don't finance it.
Don't finance. I wouldn't finance anything.
I'd
If I had the money, I wouldn't finance a goddamn thing. You're buying it with your time then.
Yeah.
That's more precious than any fucking amount of money.
True.
Not to mention when there's eventually another economic downturn, everybody's on floating rates on all of their loans and finances. So what happens when the economy fucking crashes? All of your rates go up to like 20% on everything.
Well, all my rates are locked in.
They're all locked in.
Yeah.
Well, I know a lot of people who mortgages and financing vehicles and stuff where it's floating rates.
Yeah.
It's really low rates right now because of course we're just printing money like mad.
Yeah.
But what happens when things collapse and those rates increase? You're paying fucking $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
Boom.
No, for me, it was smart to lock it in because the interest rates were so brutal low, especially on my mortgage. Fucking 1.99.
It's pretty good.
Damn low.
It's pretty good.
So, yep.
Yeah, no, banks, don't like them.
Yeah, they kind of stress me out.
Yeah.
Try not to think about debt too much.
Yeah,
Just
our
tell
national
myself
debt.
it's good debt.
Our national debt is like about the same as what our national economy is worth. Which is interesting. It's like, how does anything work? We don't know. It just kind of does.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to take out this $600,000 loan to buy a house. And the bank's like, here you go. Wait, this is amazing. How am I going to pay for this? How is this actually possible? We don't know either, but just take the loan. Welcome to the 2008 crash.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think they're a little more responsible now.
Oh, no.
No?
Are you fucking kidding? They got completely bailed out for ruining the world economy.
So you don't think they're more responsible now?
Fuck no.
I think they are.
What do you mean? Why would they be more responsible? They didn't get affected. The government bought them out.
Yeah, but that's a good investment on the government side.
That is not a good investment on the government side. You're putting money into a bunch of fraudsters who fucking caused the collapse of the world economy.
Yeah, but but if you're looking at investments for the Canadian government or the American government to bail out each and every single person is a terrible investment. It's easier just to bail out the bank.
No.
Because the bank is in the business of making money.
Iceland let their bank default
Yeah.
and disappear. And they recovered from the economic collapse quicker than any other nation. Not to mention there was actual change within their nation.
Right.
If you just continue bailing out these fucking assholes who caused the problems in the first place, it's just going to keep happening and happening. And who gets fucked over? The little guy.
That's true.
You watched The Big Short, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's... No, I don't think bailing out Wall Street is the fucking move. That's not the fucking move. I say let them all starve and clean house and start anew. Start a new financial economy. Put new people in there, put new systems in there.
Problem is that'll never happen though.
Unless they fuck up so bad that then they don't get bailed out, then it'll happen.
Because the corporations piggyback off of the bills and everything that are passing the government, and the government piggybacks off of the corporations. Like everybody's making money off each other.
Yeah.
So they invest in each other.
Yeah,
they have to. That's
meaning there's a nepotism between the two.
Yeah.
It's corrupt as fuck.
Sure is.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, why do you think... What was it? What was that one fact? On the day that that the economy crashed, starting in 2007, the president of Lehman Brothers was already on the phone with the White House, like that morning.
Yeah.
Already deciding, okay, are we going to get bailed out or what? It's fucked.
Yep.
It's a system and it's rigged against everybody.
Except for the guys in control of the bananas.
The monkey's in control of the bananas. Like, I don't know. There's lots of people who say, God bless capitalism. And God bless. That's not what's going on right now. We don't have a capitalist system. It is not a free market when fucking 3 banks control more than half of the entire wealth in the United States.
Yeah.
That's not capitalism. If capitalism is when everyone is free to pursue their own economic goals.
Yeah.
People have the right to own property to themselves and have the ability to compete against other businesses. That's free market capitalism. It's not free market capitalism when the government is bailing out massive corporations or massive banking systems.
Yeah.
That's not free market capitalism. If it was, they would have just let those fucking things die and let smaller guys take their place.
Yeah.
That's fair. Is it rough for a couple of years? You bet. But it's fucking fair.
Yeah. Let them burn.
Yeah. I say fuck them.
My mind has been changed. Let them burn.
Neat.
Well, on that note, want to wrap it up?
No, you do it.
All right, we're wrapping this bitch up. Gump, thanks again.
Yeah.
Thanks for all your hard work. Thanks, everybody that's listening. I've been getting lots of messages lately. Just people listening to the show, saying keep up the good work, have little ideas. Got a request we should have the dump guy on.
That would be pretty tight.
Yeah.
But what we'd have to do is we'd have to trim our mustaches very thin and then have him on so that our mustaches don't offend him. He has this great little mustache.
Yeah, pencil thin.
Oh yeah, it's wicked. The dump guy. Yeah, we should have the dump guy on. That'd be fucking sweet.
Oh God. All right, anyway.
All right.
Peace.